Oh, you already got a beer.
Yeah.
That's alright, you have another one. Helpsy. The man himself.
How are we?
Are you freaking out?
A little bit.
You having an anxiety?
I have a panic attack. I need to call my psychologist real quick.
Oh, fuck. Thanks for coming on, man.
No,
For anyone who doesn't know, this is Luke Helpsy.
Well, actually, my last name isn't Helpsy.
What is it?
It's just Helps.
Is it?
But like everyone thinks it's Helpsy, so I just roll
Luke
with it.
Helps.
Yeah, it's Helps.
Luke Helps.
Yeah.
That should be your podcast name.
Yeah, Luke Helps. Yeah, that's true.
Like, what's that Simpson episode? Something but people?
I don't know.
Have you
Probably have. I don't know. I can't remember.
Fuck, Luke Helps. The second biggest podcast in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Second. What is it? Black Dog?
The Black Dog Kennel.
Black Dog Kennel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been pretty lazy with it, but.
You have? Yeah, but you've been moving house and all that jazz.
Yeah, true.
So what's that? That's about you do all like mental health.
Yeah, mental health. Just I guess I just started it because I was going through my own mental health like 6 years ago, and I just was like depressed, and I got diagnosed with depression and anxiety. And
Was that from when you were younger, or did it all just come on?
I think it stemmed from when I was younger, but it just like hit me at like a later age, I guess. So I was I was like having panic attacks and stuff, and I thought it was just like being hungover, and
You didn't know that you were having panic attacks?
Yeah, I'd be like driving and I'd just like feel really dizzy, and I'd like pull over and be like, oh, I'm just like a bit hungover or something. So I'd just like get out the car and take some like fresh air, and then I'd just jump back in the car and I'd be fine. And then like wouldn't happen again for maybe a couple of weeks. And
I always wondered if I've had panic attacks before. I used to get so fucked up when I was a kid that I probably wouldn't know if they were panic attack, because I don't know. I think I had a panic attack once, and I felt pretty claustrophobic.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I don't know how like. Does your so are you pretty open about your trauma?
Yeah, heaps open about it.
So what's the go with that? What's your story?
Well, I spoke a little bit about it on my first episode of my podcast about, I guess just like having panic attacks. I grew up with like having epilepsy, so
No shit.
Yeah, I was like 7. I had my first seizure, and it was just like pretty full on from there. And I was about 12, 13, and it sort of had calmed down. I wasn't having as many. I was having like maybe like one a week, one a fortnight sort of thing, and was always in and out of hospital with I guess having tests, blood tests, the scans on your head and all that sort of shit. So it wasn't the best thing when you're a young kid having to go through all that. And I forget what the scan's called, but it's like that tunnel that you like lay in, and they put like this thing over your head.
Is it a CAT scan? I think
it's a CAT scan. But yeah, they put like a cage thing over your head, which is like where they take like the photos of your brain and
like Professor
scan
X
it.
shit.
Yeah, and it's
hectic.
like I was like fucking, I don't know, 10-year-old, and they're like trying to put me in that. They gave me like a button to press, and they're like, if you feel really scared and you want to get out, then just press the button. They like turned it on. I started like going in. I just like fucking pressing the button because I was like freaking out. So yeah, I guess I grew up with that till I was about 13, and I sort of like slowed down with the anxiety, with the seizures and stuff, and I actually got told that when I was 13, I got told that I've grown out of the like epilepsy.
Yeah, so you haven't had an attack in like
since
years.
I was 13. So I'm 29 now. So
it's so weird how you can just grow out of that.
Yeah, I don't know if like you do grow out of it.
Do you get like triggered before games when it says this game might cause like an epileptic fit?
I do. It's funny because like whenever I had like turned my PlayStation on just to like watch Netflix, and it's like that first screen that comes up and it's like this might cause epilepsy. I swear, like as soon as I look at the screen, epilepsy is like the first fucking word I see.
Just get triggered from
and
it.
It does, and I think that's what happened with like my panic attacks when I was first having them. I didn't really know what they were, and it was like happening. It started happening more and more and more, and then like I was like, "What is this happening?" And then I was like, "Maybe it's anxiety," but I was like, "No, I don't have anxiety." And then
The stigma with anxiety when we were younger was like, if you had anxiety, you were fucking...
Yeah, you're weak.
Just weak cunt.
It's like, you don't have that. It's just like, you're an attention seeker.
Yeah.
I've even said that about people before. Now I'd never say that, because I understand it, and it's definitely real. But, yeah, it's just like not knowing about it.
I still go really back and forth with mental health because, like, obviously there's people that have real struggles, but I think there's a lot of people that play on mental health a lot.
Oh, definitely.
And I think 100%. That, like anything in life, though, it just fucking ruins it for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, you get people, they blame anxiety on this and that. It's like, no, you're just fucking lazy. Like, some people are just lazy. Like, and it's disrespectful to people like you or people even worse off than you.
Yeah.
And it's fucking, it's so bad. And I think that's where I struggle with mental health. Because I probably have heaps of mental health issues. But I choose to fucking, like, suppress them probably more than I should. But then there's people who will have a bad day and they'll be like, I'm depressed. And it's like, you have no idea what depression is. It's crippling.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the feeling like when you were in that depressive state? What was the feeling like?
I don't know really about the depressing side of it. Like, I think more like, I feel like I was more anxious than I was depressed. I think the depression came more with being anxious. It was like, I locked myself in my room for like 2 weeks when I had like this really bad panic attack when I realized that it was anxiety. And I just isolated myself in my room. I had like roller shutters on the windows and I just blackened my room out and literally just sat in there for 2 weeks. Did not leave my room. Like,
no shit.
I'd leave for like a piss or a shit and maybe a shower every couple of days or something.
No shit.
It was just like, then I'm like that. I think the depression comes to that, like with that. It's like you're seeing all your friends out, having a good time, like doing all these things. And
because I always thought you were like a pretty sociable dude.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, like, I'm definitely a sociable person. I like socializing and stuff, but I feel like I'm very socially like awkward and anxious as well. Like, if I see people at the shop that I don't really know that well, like, I'll pretend I'm on the phone or I'll call my missus or something and I'll just be like, I'm just calling you because I don't want to like speak to him.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing against them. It's just like, I don't want the small talk of like,
just
hey,
awkward.
how you going? Like,
it's just awkward for you.
Yeah. Even though like there's nothing against them, but yeah, I just get like hell like awkward about it.
Jiu-Jitsu would have been a massive game changer for you.
Oh, definitely. Big time. It's been, I think, like the best thing I've ever done really. It's changed my life. And I remember when I first started, like,
you first started when Adam Jones and that started up the like indigenous First Nation Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, so I was training at another gym. Do you remember when that dickhead at Woodville Pizza was like?
Yes.
When all that shit happened,
we actually thank God for that bloke because that was the first time we got 2 days off at the shop because we missed the whole coronavirus.
Yeah.
And we were like, it was getting to the point where it was that busy. We were like, just fucking shut us down. Like, just shut us down. It was that tiring. Like, it wasn't enjoyable.
Yeah, fucking.
Like, half the population didn't work and the other half were just overworked.
Yeah.
And we were so overworked. And me and my sister were waiting for something to close us down.
Yeah.
And we got fucking 2 days off. We thought we were going to have a week off. And then all of it came out. And we had to go back to fucking work. But, So yeah, I joined up at a club, a gym around that time, and then I remember like a week after that I joined up, signed my membership and all that. They fucking closed it down, obviously because of that stuff that happened at Woodville. So, but yeah, I trained there for like a couple of weeks. I just like didn't feel comfortable there. I didn't make any friends. Like I tried to include myself and like would sit around the mats on the side waiting for like just warming up and stuff, stretching and all that. And like everyone would be in their little groups talking and like I tried to like get involved in conversations and all that, but it was just like, I don't know, I was just like looked at like, who the fuck are you? Like it's like almost like you haven't paid your dues yet, so we're not talking to you. Is like sort of the way I got it. And then one of the guys was fighting at the first Apex, you know, at the MMA there. So I was like, oh, I'll go to that. That'll be like my way of, you know, coming and show my support, talking to these guys. And so I rock up, me and my missus rock up, said hello to a couple of them. And then, we just like sat by ourselves pretty much the whole night. And then when we were leaving, that's when like really anyone was like, oh, hey. And you went with the gym.
Well, I didn't. Like,
you went for the gym.
with the like everyone else that was like had the shirts on and all that.
That's so weird. Like I remember when M16, every fight show we've been to, it just gets so it's so fun. I remember, I can't remember who was fighting. I think it was Zach Gregson maybe or Jack. Someone was fighting. It was the card that was this is years ago. It was at DFC where not the old HQ was the HQ that was on Hindley Street.
Oh yeah.
They did a fight show there. It was a DFC.
Yeah. And
me and Chris Pengilly went together with our girlfriends and stuff when he was alive. We all went together, and it was just the most fun because you know how M16 is it's just a fucking clan. It's a gang.
Yeah. It's like a bunch of good people.
It's a bunch.
It's funny because when I joined up at that other gym, I remember I was like, I don't know why I don't just go to M16. It's so close to home. Like I lived at like Morpeth Vale at the time, but I remember like looking at their Instagram and shit. I was like, nah, these people look fucking rough.
Adam's the only person there that's looking to do physical harm is Adam.
Nah, he doesn't even look like he's gonna do physical harm.
He looks like Tony Soprano's uncle.
Yeah, actually.
Junior. He looks like fucking Junior. Have you seen that? Have you seen the comparison?
Oh, was it on Instagram?
I think it was Seb Swingler or something. Someone posted something and it's Adam on the desk with his bald head and his glasses, and then it's got a picture of Junior from Sopranos, Tony Soprano's uncle.
I probably have seen it.
Oh, it's fucking identical.
Yeah.
But he's the only person that will intentionally hurt you.
Oh, yeah. And he loves it. He gets off of hurting me.
Yeah, he would.
He's a fuckhead. But, it's been, like, when I remember that I went to M16 for the First Nations Jiu-Jitsu for, like, the first time. And I remember, like, walking up the stairs, like, who the fuck's going to be in here? Like, what am I getting myself into? And then Miles was there. And I didn't even know who Miles... I knew of him, but I didn't know who he was. And I remember him saying, like, hello to me. And he's, like, husky voice. And I was like, yeah, go on, give it a shot.
Hey, I can't do it. It's the hottest voice you ever hear.
It is, eh?
It is.
I wish I had a hot voice like that, but yeah, I was just like, hey, go on. And I just like kept walking. I was like, I don't want to fuck with this guy. Like, he will eat me.
Miles is the sweetest dude.
Yeah. And
but like, you can see in his eyes that he's just waiting. He's waiting for that moment for someone to kick off. Yeah. He's just looking at you. He's like, do it. just fucking do it.
Yeah. But and like M16 was just like the complete opposite to the way I thought it was, because I just thought it was like a bunch of hooligans and a bunch of wankers that are just out there to hurt people and all that, and it's just been like the complete opposite. Like I've just gone in there, I feel like I fit in like heaps well. I've just like made heaps of good friends since doing it. And I remember like at the First Nations Jiu-Jitsu, like Marcus, he was like talking about how like Jiu-Jitsu has like saved my life and it's changed my life and all that sort of stuff. And I was just like, how could something just change your life? Like, how could Jiu-Jitsu change your life? And now that I've been like doing it for a year now, like consistently, I can just see like all the benefits of it. It's just been so good, like mentally, physically, just like...
You do feel amazing after like a really hard training session, because you just don't have time to think about anything else.
Yeah.
And then you're done and you just feel so satisfied. Like, I feel like, I'm not a hell big proponent. I'm not someone who believes in heaps of like, what would you call, like pharmaceutical medication.
Yeah.
Like if you go to a doctor and they just give you Xannies, that's their first thing. Like, you're depressed, here's some Xannies. Yeah. That is the worst form that's the worst steps to take, I feel, for like a depressive state or anxiety.
Yeah.
Go to a gym, go just find something physical that you like.
Yeah.
And like you feel so much better.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I first went to the doctor when I was having all those panic attacks, my mum was like, you need to go to the doctor and like go get this looked at. So I went to the doctor and he like, the first thing he done was gave me like some pills for like insomnia. I don't even know what they're called now. I've never even took them. I've never even actually taken any antidepressants or anything, because I'm not that I'm against it. Like if it works for you, then it works for you. But like I don't want it because of growing up. I was on all sorts of medication for like epilepsy and.
There's a really good doctor in Adelaide. I'm gonna try and get him on the podcast. He's my doctor. His name's Dr. Wren. I believe his first name's Justin.
Yeah.
He's a young dude. When I first went and seen him, I was like, fuck, you are so young. Because I went just for general health checks, and I have, like, tendonitis in both of my hands and shit. Like, I got arthritis and shit. And the first thing I said, I was like, I don't want prescription medication. And he was like, I don't really fuck with prescription meds. He prescribes medical marijuana. Like, he's a very big advocate for medical marijuana and CBD oil and all that.
Yeah.
But I got my prescription now as well, but it's so weird. Like, it's so weird. Adam Jones put me onto it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've seen his little card that he's got with his name in it.
Like, they just send it to your house.
Yeah, right.
It's so weird.
If it works.
It works.
I've never smoked marijuana in my life, eh? The only drugs I've ever done was coke, and I've done it like twice.
Really?
I've never been into it, like alcohol.
Have you ever tried, like, you've never tried hallucinogenics then?
No. I don't think I'd cope well with it, with my anxiety. Although they say it's like, it could help.
Oh, dude.
But
maybe not like, mushrooms, because mushrooms are real. There's always going to be a point in a mushroom trip where it's not fun. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, in a mushroom trip, and it's hard to gauge how much to take, because you might take some and it be very minuscule.
Yeah.
Or you might have another one and it's really potent, so you can't gauge it heaps.
Yeah, okay.
But there's always like 20, 30 minutes in a mushroom trip where you're fucking in a hole. Whereas if you do something like DMT, it lasts 15 minutes, and you don't, like, if you do enough of it, I really highly recommend it for anyone with, like, in a if you don't have severe mental health issues.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be, like, a risk to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm a risk to myself.
Adam's a shaman.
Mate, the things that he's done.
He's a shaman. He told me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do you believe it?
Yeah. I believe anything that cunt says.
I don't.
He's Craig Jones' brother.
Yeah. The shit brother. I love Craig Jones. I've got the biggest crush on him.
He is a good dude.
Like, when he was down in Adelaide a couple of weeks back, I was like, just like watching him, just like staring at him the whole time he was like at M16. Like, fucking now, Adams is like calling me the hog watcher, Adelaide's hog watcher, because I'm just like watching Craig.
He got jealous.
Like, oh yeah, I think he did, because our attention was on Craig instead of Adam for once.
Yeah.
So, but nah, fuck that guy. Adam, that is.
If you could, like, fight to the death with anyone from the gym, like, just an all-out, everyone's in a circle, you are not leaving that fucking circle until one of you is lifeless, who is it?
Oh, fuck. That's hard to say, because I like everyone there. Like, but if it was fight to the death...
Like, it's a fight to the fucking death, one of you is leaving that circle.
Well, there's one... kid that trains. He's not
in the kids class.
He's like 4 or 5. Nah, there is a young fella that trains, and he just like, he's a good dude, but he doesn't shut the fuck up. Like, he's pretty new to jiu-jitsu, and he's like, I'll roll with him, and he'll be like, so you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna get onto my mount, and then you're gonna try and do this choke. And I was like, mate, just fucking roll. Like, just shut the fuck up. And, like, everyone talks about it.
Is it Declan?
Yeah. Nah, I don't want to talk any bad things.
I was messaging Declan the other day, and we were talking about, I was just like, oh, how's it going over there, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, it's going good, but I've gotten in a lot of rounds with Nicky Rod.
Yeah, apparently he got, like, concussed or something.
Nah, fucking, he was saying, and it's terrifying to think about. Oh, yeah, you have that one.
No, there you go.
It's terrifying to think that there's people in this world that can fling Declan around like a child. Oh, and he didn't say that, but Declan was saying, like, I've gotten in a lot of rounds with Nicky Rod, and fucking, he's done things to me that not many people on this fucking planet would be able to, and that's so terrifying.
Oh, it is, but that whole room over there in the B team.
Oh, I reckon it doesn't impress me.
Doesn't it? Mm-mm. There's probably like a bit of hype around it.
There's a bit of hype,
but I don't know. I haven't really been around the whole jiu-jitsu scene enough to know who these people are.
When you think of B team, you just think of Adam Jones's brother, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Adam Jones' brother, and who's that other fella that trains?
Nicky Ryan.
Yeah, Nicky Ryan.
So Gordon Ryan's brother. Yeah.
Is it actually? They're not related?
Yeah, it's his younger brother.
Oh, it is?
Mm.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, I'm fucking...
His younger...
So fresh to it.
Younger brother. Gordon Ryan's a big motherfucker. You're getting good, though, apparently.
Nah.
You had a match? Yeah.
Last
you always,
week we had
you do the old lose the first two, win the last one. You like to come on strong.
So, the first comp I ever actually was at Apex at the start of the year. And...
Apex what? Apex...
It's just, that Fight Fest thing?
Sport Fest? Do they have a jiu-jitsu competition?
Yeah, they have like wrestling comp, jiu-jitsu comp.
They have night fighting.
And then at the end of the night, they have the MMA.
No, they have like nights.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
They have with swords.
Yeah, we're watching that and we're just like, who the fuck thinks, like, yeah, I'm going to fucking get into this.
Yeah,
like,
it's dope.
It's pretty brutal.
We should start it.
Do you want it?
You do class at the gym.
Yeah. Miles will be in for that.
He'd do anything.
Fuck yeah.
But so you did the Apex sport and what? You had 3 matches?
I had one. It was like an elimination.
Oh, so that was you. I thought you'd only ever competed at the M16 Open.
So yeah, I have an Apex. So the Apex was like a knockout tournament thing, but it was only me and one other guy in my bracket.
Mm.
So I went into that so confident because I've trained so much. Like I've just
that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was just like, I was like, yeah, I'm going to fucking win this. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Like, me and Adam were going through shit the day before. And then I, get in there. Didn't know what to expect. I was like, I wanted to go out aggressive, push him around a bit, try and, see if he can make some mistakes. And then he just fucking took me down.
You'd be a heavyweight?
Yeah, heavyweight.
Yeah.
93.
There'd be some big motherfuckers in your weight class.
And I feel like obviously I weigh that. But I'm pretty skinny. It's just
I know exactly what you mean. Like fucking
skinny fat.
Yeah, skinny fat, but in a hot way.
Yeah, very hot.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's good. I don't mind the weight class though. Like I feel like it's alright. With everyone I've competed with, I haven't gone up against.
It's not like a strength thing. It's just I reckon with you, it sounds like a nerves thing. Like you really get into your head. Maybe.
Yeah, I do. I think after that first one at Apex, I was
deterred.
So confident. I was like, I had no nerves at all for it. I was like, I'm ready. Like I've fucking been training hard. I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna win this. I know it. And then I this bloke took me down. Like I had a guillotine. And I was holding it for 2.5 minutes, just burnt my arm out. And then he just passed my guard, got side control, then mounted me and a few others. I'm sorry, man.
No, that's crispy.
Passed my guard a few other times, scored a fair few points and just won by points. And then I was just like, fuck. And it's just over like that.
Yeah.
And then it was funny. Then the second M16 round robin that they did, I was just super nervous for it, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then Adam was like, just message Declan and see, get his opinion of why you feeling this way, and just ask him what he thinks I should do. So I sent him a message, and he was just like, I told him I've had no nerves at all for my first comp, and now I do. I'm freaking out. And he's like, it's just because you're the first comp you didn't know what to expect. You've never been in that situation before. So that made sense. And yeah, so I just tried to calm myself down. Once you're in there...
At least you've done it, though, because I have a crippling fear of failure.
Yeah.
That has stopped me from any form of competition.
Yeah.
I would love to have just one fight. I don't want to be a fighter.
Yeah.
I don't have any desire to be a professional fighter. I have no desire to have multiple fights.
Yeah.
I just want to have one fight.
Yeah.
But the crippling fear of fucking failure, especially in a combat scenario where you could get knocked out.
Yeah.
It's it just cripples me. But there's some people, I guess everyone would have that little fear, but they make it up with training. They're confident in their training.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm the same. I hate fucking losing, especially when my missus is there, my sister comes.
That's what gets me.
Yeah.
That's what gets me the most. It's not so much if I was in just a room and it was just me and no one would know about it. But the fact that my cousins would come, my brothers would come, my mate would come, that's what gets me the most.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm the same though. It's just obviously no one wants to fucking lose, but I don't really care. Like, I've played football my whole life for shit teams that just get flogged every week by 20, 30 goals. Like,
who did you used to play for?
At Hackham.
I remember once, years ago, like when I was 18, so 10, 11 years ago, Hackham were like the worst football team in Australia.
Yeah. And they won money.
And fucking like all my mates, all these Lebos and Greeks and shit, would just fill in for people because they needed players that bad that they just fill in. And I remember
I probably know who they are. Eh?
I remember once, Emus beat Hackham by like 295 points.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Or something. But it was like, why wouldn't you just stop?
Yeah.
Like,
there's a point where you have stopped.
It'd be more tiring it'd be more tiring to win.
Yeah.
By 290 points.
Seriously.
Like, you're just kicking them while they're down.
Yeah. Well, I haven't always played for Hackham. I played for Morphettville Park when I was younger, and that was shit, getting flogged every
Are you
week.
from up that way?
Nah, my dad had a good mate that was involved in that club, so just sort of went there and played a bit of footy there. So
it's funny as when you like start combat sports like jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai or anything, and then like you think back to when you were playing footy, or even when you look at footy players and they have like all these niggling injuries and they're like, or you see them, and then you see in the gym people just clashing limbs, and they're just it's just different breeds of different people.
It's funny though, because like I always say this like about like all the boys at footy like want me to go back and play out there, and I'm just like, I'm done with footy. Like I get injured every week.
It's harder on you. It's fucking surprisingly hard on your body.
Yeah, and it's just.
It's because it's explosive.
There's a culture as well of like, oh, you're not hurt, fucking toughen up. Like, I've fucking got a broken arm here. But like, nah, just back in my day, I would have just strapped it up and fucking went back out there. But yeah, and then like everyone's like, so you've quit playing football to go and do like a combat sport, I guess. It's like, but when you do jiu-jitsu and it hurts, you can tap. You can stop that hurting sort of thing, you know?
Do you have other shit that occupies you rather than jiu-jitsu? Or is jiu-jitsu like your mate? Do you have other things, like you got your dog, you got your missus? Do you have other hobbies or?
Not really. Like a bit of gaming on my PC, but like that's just like I don't really do that a whole lot these days. It's just jiu-jitsu. Like I train probably like 4, 5, sometimes like 6 times a week.
Fuck.
So probably more like 4 or 5 times a week. Not really 6, but I normally train Monday, Tuesday. I have Wednesdays off, and then Thursday, and then we'll do First Nations on Friday. But that's not happening.
You still are doing there is still First Nation.
Nah, it's not going on at the moment. I think the funding's been cut off or something. So
were you getting funded by the government?
It's by Sonder. Which is like they're like an organisation. I think they deal with like mental health and like a lot of that sort of stuff.
Was it Adam and was Shane? Is it Shane Cooker?
Shane Cook, yeah.
Shane Cook. Was he like one of the? Did he organise it as well with Adam?
Yeah, so I think Shane was working for...
I've got to get Shane on as well.
Yeah.
He's a bit
definitely.
busy. He seems he's busy.
Yeah,
he's a busy dude.
Just had a baby as well.
Yeah, I've seen that. Congratulations, Shane.
Yeah, congratulations. I'm so happy for him, mate. He's fucking... His whole changed since like his missus was pregnant. Like I haven't really known him for all that long. I only met him at the First Nations Jiu-Jitsu, but we've become like really close. So
he seems like a really sweet dude.
Oh,
I was talking to him briefly, and he said he was keen to come on. But he seems like he's a massive advocate for like Indigenous culture and And I don't know much about it at all because there's heaps of stigmas about Indigenous culture and shit. And when I was growing up, we didn't get fucking taught about anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
like it'd be awesome to sit down with him and have a chat about it. But he's a massive. He's probably one of the biggest advocates like in Adelaide about like with the youth.
Yeah, I think he's like been mentored a lot by another fellow by the name of Jack Buckskin. I'm not sure if you know Jack.
Mm-mm.
He does like a lot of like Welcome to Country. Like he'll do like the dances with Kumakaru, which is like Jack's like dance group.
I think I've seen a video. I don't know if I was dreaming. Did Shane do like a like traditional dance with the Tui Vasa or and shit?
Yeah, and is it Junior Dos Santos?
Junior, maybe. Yes,
when
yes. No
Adelaide,
shit.
Yeah.
And then Junior Dos Santos just threw a fucking boomerang at Colby Covington.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember like I had a Facebook memory come up a couple of months back. Well, back in December when all that was going on, and I like shared it, and then I like seen it on my Facebook, and I was like, "What the fuck is Shane?" I like, shared that like however many years ago that was, and I didn't even know him.
No shit.
Like, fuck, he's been doing this shit for a
while.
That's
so weird, and he does like a lot of indigenous art as well.
Yeah, fuck, he's. Oh, you got to get him on to tell you about all this sort of stuff. I don't want to tell things.
I got to get him on. Obviously, he had a baby though, so we'll hold it off.
Yeah.
But
no, he does a lot. He just done some stuff for JD Sports.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a week. What's the week called?
NAIDOC week.
NAIDOC week.
Yeah.
And what's that?
Fuck.
Is that just? Sorry.
I should know what it is, but yeah, I can't remember what it is. Like national. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and I'll butcher it, but
is it like
it's like a week of
just a cultural celebrational week?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I think definitely should get Shane on, and he'll be able to tell you a lot more stuff.
He'll learn me some shit.
I would like, obviously, well, not obviously, I'm sure a lot of people don't know it, but I'm also Aboriginal, so
I didn't. I even went like when I seen you in the pictures of the Jiujitsu program and all that. I was like, I never knew. No, but obviously, fucking, it's not up to me to pick and choose who like people. A drop of blood and a cup of water is still a drop of blood. Like, you know what I mean? Like fucking. But I never knew. But have you always like embraced that culture?
I have. I've obviously grown up knowing I'm Aboriginal and all that, but I spoke about this in the program because we'll sit around and talk about things, and I said about that, like, with my identity, like, I just feel like I've always struggled with my identity of who I am. Like, obviously I've always known that I'm Aboriginal growing up. Yeah, I've obviously always known, but then it's like going to school and it's like, oh, what are you, like 1/16th, or you're
That's the thing though. That's the thing. In school, I remember I was talking about this the other day with someone. We got told they would say half caste. They would say that term. Yeah. So it gets ingrained into you.
Yeah, I got told that all the time.
But then you say it, and you get hammered for it, and it's like, no, but that's what I learned, because I never got taught properly.
Yeah, yeah.
So if someone's educating you properly, then it's different, because it's systemic. It's like a systemic thing. That's why there needs to be people like Shane to teach people the correct way to say things.
Yeah, well, I think as well, like being at your age now, what are you, like 32, 30, 31?
Fuck off.
What are you,
28.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
I thought you were older than me.
Wow, how old are you?
I'm 29. I'll be 30 in December.
You're fucking older than me, and you're calling me 32.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Wow.
It's just because you're more mature than me. You're
more
so much mature.
Because I look weathered as fuck.
Yeah, you do actually. All that time in front of the deep fryer.
Nah, it's fucking... Nah, I do. I'm 29, and I'm 29 in November.
Oh, no shit. Well, there you go. But I don't even know. I've lost track of what I was saying now. Oh, that's what I was... Like, I think even people seem... Like, there's a lot of education going like around now, like, of things that should and shouldn't be said.
Yes.
I think a lot of people are just ignorant to it and don't want to.
You have to change, though. You have to change, but I think you have to change, but it's hard. It's just a hard time to go. It's such a hard time to navigate.
Yeah.
Like, I would fucking hate to be a 14-year-old boy at this day and age.
Oh, yeah.
But knowing how I was when I was a kid, like, you're already lost. You're full of these fucking hormones and testosterone that you never had. And now you got the added pressure of all of these little hurdles you have to jump through and that. And it just makes it hard. Like, we were allowed to make mistakes when we were younger.
Yeah.
Kids these days, it seems a lot less forgiving.
Yeah. Yeah, I think... I don't know. I think there's so much more education out there now.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to be educated now.
A bit more. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just being open-minded about things and
just don't be a prick.
Yeah, well, pretty much. You don't have to be a cunt. So
just take in other people's cultures and shit. Like, and at the end of the day, they were here first.
Yeah,
this is theirs.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's a hard topic to talk about.
It's hard for me to even discuss it because I don't know properly. I got to get Shane on. I will get Shane on.
Definitely get Shane on. He'll be able to tell you a A lot of things. I think things that he's grown up around as well. I think he's grown up around a lot more different things than I have, and a lot more like adversity. So, yeah.
And so now with like jiu-jitsu, your mental health, like is your mental health more on point now? Do you still have days?
Oh yeah, definitely. Always still have days. But I just have learnt to control it a lot more now, and I can deal with panic attacks a lot more than what I could. So, yeah, I don't know. I was just like, if I started having a panic attack, my first thing would be like, get in my car, go home wherever I was, and I'll just isolate myself for a few days, and then, like now it's like, you're just being like, you know what's going on, you've been through this, you know how to cope with it, and
that's
then sort of cope with
hectic.
it a bit more. So, but there's definitely days where I can't cope with it, and I need to go home, and I'll just go to bed and just take the time that I need to take.
Do you know what always pushes me through? It's such an old mentality, but what...
Can I piss real quick?
Do you want to piss?
Yeah, is that alright?
Do you want to piss?
I'm fucking busted.
Together, or...
We can have a sword fight if you want. Is that alright?
I'll see you at the bottom. Another edit in the books.
Sorry guys, I need to piss.
All of a sudden, all my guests need a piss break.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck, when I drink, I'm like a pregnant woman. So, like, just pissing all the time.
The podcast has made me a better drinker. I was always a pretty good... Now, so I've gotten 3... So I'm moving this podcast from here to my garage.
Yeah.
I'm changing the whole setup. It's going to be on a table. Like I'm investing in 2 more cameras, and I don't know if you listened to the one I did with Tom last.
I think I started listening to it.
I've always wanted to complete 100 shots of beer in 100 minutes. I have not done it yet.
I don't think I've even tried it. We used to talk about it back in the day.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah, it sounds how easy.
It does. And I'm doing a podcast. I'm not sure if you know Goobsy.
No.
He's a rapper.
Okay.
He's this rapper from down south. He's good too. He's and I'm doing a podcast with him soon. And I want to do a second podcast with him and someone else because I bought 2 more mics as well. So I'm going to be able to have 4 people on at the same time.
Yeah.
And he messaged me and he was saying on the second podcast, we have to do it. We have to do 100 shots in 100 minutes. Yeah. So I'm thinking this could be like a theme. Like if I build my tolerance up enough and I can stay sober enough,
yeah,
I can get people really fucked up and they can tell me their deepest and darkest secrets.
Fuck.
Live on air.
That's not bad. So what, you watch them do the 100 shots?
No, I'll do it too. But I just need to build a tolerance.
You'd be pretty tolerant to it, wouldn't you?
I'm tolerant, but fucking... I go on autopilot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not tolerant as in I stay sober. It's just I can just keep drinking.
Yeah. Fuck, I used to be like that back in the day, but I don't really drink, like, a whole lot anymore. So, like, when I have a few beers, I'm like...
Me and you were fucking livid the other week.
Oh. Just annoying Trent Spacey.
Oh, we were fucking hammered.
Yeah.
We were hammered.
Yeah. Mrs. wasn't too happy with that.
Yeah, you were saying...
She didn't think I was going to be out as long as I was. It's funny, actually. I went into the gym and Adam was like, oh, seen you out with Sav. And I was like... And he's like, oh, fuck. I thought, fuck... Helpsy doesn't know what he's getting himself into here.
He's coming up this way. He's moving near me.
Yeah, he said that.
Right around the corner.
Great. That's what I want, him fucking closer to me.
Oh, he's going to be a stone's throw away. I'm just going to rock up to his house sometime.
Yeah, we'll do some burnouts on his driveway. make him not get his bond back at his house.
He's in New Zealand at the moment, isn't
he? Fucking prick with Lockie Warren.
With Lockie?
Yeah.
He's one of those people... For some reason, he terrifies me.
Who, Lockie Warren?
Yeah.
Nah. He's so gentle.
Comes in with he's like Clark Kent. Like, he comes in with the glasses. Yeah. He pretends he's all gentle.
I think he's got a crush on me.
Do you?
Yeah. Like, legitimate crush on me. And if he does, that's fine. Because I've got a little bit of a crush on him too. But only because he was, like, really close with Craig. But I don't know.
He's an assassin.
Yeah. Oh, he's fucking...
And he's so quiet.
Yeah. And then he just bashes you.
Yeah.
And he's been, like, partnering up with me every class. He's been, like, training at M16 a lot more lately. Like, normally he just takes classes, but he doesn't train. but lately he's been training.
I've never seen him roll. He strikes me as someone that would just be a technician.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of like Versace. Like, have you rolled with Versace before?
Nah.
He's just like real flowy. You're like
just smooth.
Yeah,
like Alan Hartley.
Yeah, a lot like him actually. Yeah.
I remember watching Alan, and it's like he's so effortless. Like no strength involved. Yeah. There's no strength involved. Yeah. It's just they get you in those weird positions, and he's just like there was a video of him sprawling. Or he got taken down, and he's on his head, and he's doing fucking the old wrestling like turnaround. And it's like, fuck, how do you do that?
I've watched that video so many times. I want to imitate it.
So flowy.
Alan Hartley's a fucking legend. He's the nicest dude. I went into his gym a couple of weeks back, probably a couple of months ago now, to like train there one Wednesday night, and he's like, I was like, just let me give you some money for like teaching me. And he's like, no, it's fine. But I ended up giving it to Jade. I was like, just take the money.
What's his gym called?
CCMA.
CCMA.
Yeah.
And it's where the bowling land, was it in Goodwood?
No. It's sort of, you know where Ferrari used to be on South Road?
Yeah.
That formal thing?
Yeah.
It's like on the other side of South Road.
Where the Tonsley is, like near the Tonsley?
Yeah, it's on your way to like Edwardstown.
Yeah.
So.
They got a cage as well, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a really nice gym. It's really big.
If anyone hasn't been there, I haven't been there, obviously, but fuck, I would highly recommend it just because of Alan. He's so good. He's so good at everything, and he's so calm. Yeah,
I like the way he he like teaches as well. He like, it's good to like. I haven't really done a whole lot of cross training, but like it's been like it was really good the way he teaches as well. I think so. Just like after class, he was like. Just got us to sit down with him, and he just like went through and asked all if we had any questions about the night, and like I think that just shows he like cares about his students, and
he's a fucking good dude.
Nicest guy.
He is a good dude.
I actually don't really know him all that well, but every time I see him, he's always
beat the shit out of me once.
Did he?
Yeah, we were sparring. It was like a Saturday. This was like 3 or 4 years ago. Because he used to live in Whyalla.
Yeah, that's right.
And then because he had a gym in Whyalla, and he came down, and he's so soft-spoken, and you get like one hit on him, and he'll be like, "You're really good, man." And but he's not taking the piss. He's like genuinely like, good for you. Yeah. Like, and then he'll beat the fuck out of you.
He did the exact same thing when we rolled. When I was at the gym, when I trained that night, we like rolled. I was like, fuck, he's like pretty small. Like I've probably got like fucking 40 kilos on him. I don't actually know how much he weighs, but I was.
If I'd guess, I'd say he fights at like 68.
Yeah, it'd be something like that. And I swept him, but was it? Yeah, I don't know. I did something, and then like he messaged me like later that night. He's like, "Oh, thanks for coming down. Like that was a really good sweep." I was like, mate, you've told me twice now.
You've tapped me 9. Yeah. I remember once Miles, we were rolling, and Miles and me ended up, it was the last round, and Miles just took it upon himself to see how many times he could tap me in like fucking a minute.
I've only rolled with Miles, I think, like twice.
You don't want to do it.
It's not. I rolled with him the second time, like, when was it? It was only the other day, a couple of days back. We rolled, and it was not a fun time.
He's so good. He's so sticky. Like, he just doesn't give you any room to kind of move.
Yeah, and he's fucking just strong. I want to see him fight. I was never around. I messaged him a couple of months back. I was like, I wish I was around to see like your fights.
I only ever seen live. I only ever seen 1 or 2 of his fights. I reckon I seen him fight Muay Thai when I was younger, when I didn't even know him.
Yeah.
But funny story. I remember because there was this tattoo parlor called Inkaholics.
Where was that?
Inkaholics was on Golfview Road, where this parlor opened up after it called Indigi Ink.
I reckon I know what I'm talking about.
So when I was 18, I walked. Not even when I was 20. Cody Darling and all that used to work there.
Yeah. And
I walked in there, and then I started getting tattoos, and fucking me and Cody and BJ and all the boys there became mates, and Pengilly was starting his tattoo apprenticeship. And so I was getting tattooed that much, and we became that good friends that I just started not working there, but on Wednesdays there was a girl that used to do the desk there, and they were like, "You're here that much, we'll just chuck you some cash and like just take bookings." I was like, "All right." So I was on the counter doing fuck all, just being a menace, and this bloke was across the road and he looked like a hillbilly because I don't know if he just came back from Thailand or something, but he had like a beard, he had like a satchel on, he looked like a homeless cunt. And I was like, "Oi, boys, there's a homeless cunt about to walk in. Do you want me to sort him out?" And fucking Pengilly and BJ look at me and they're like, "Do you know who that is?" And I was like, "Nah."
Was it Miles?
And they were like, "That's Miles Simpson." And I was like, "Yeah, who's that?" And they're like, we'd just say something to him, he'll knock you the fuck
as if they even told you. If that was me, I'd just be like, "Yeah, sort him out.
Miles didn't have M16 at this point or anything.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing him and I was like, "Who's this homeless cunt?" I don't know if he just fucking came from like Thailand or something, because whenever people come from Thailand, they dress like Thais.
Yeah. Got the bing-tang thing.
Bing-tangs and fucking... And I remember looking at Pengilly and that, and I was like, "You want me to tell him to, jog on?" And they're like, "We're fucking dare." Fast forward 4 years or whatever, and yeah, he's a fucking gun.
Are you really close with Miles?
I'm not close, like as in fucking we know each other's like personal secrets and that, but like our training sessions together are basically just fucking therapy sessions.
Yeah, right.
We just talk to each other and talk shit.
Yeah.
I love going to the gym. Like it's more like it's honestly more like a therapy session or a mental health session.
Yeah, yeah. I reckon I've only seen you at M16 once.
I only go in the mornings.
Yeah, I reckon. Did you have like a private with maybe Declan?
Yeah, no, I always used to do privates with Adam. I like doing because I can't make nights.
Yeah.
Because of work. I used to do like 3 nights a week when I was training hard.
Yeah.
And
was that jiu-jitsu or?
Nah, stand up. I was doing a bit of everything. I was doing jiu-jitsu, stand up, but I always preferred stand up.
Yeah.
Because I just prefer striking. But so look, me and Miles will train in the mornings, and then but when I was training hard, I was training at nights as well, and that's when I lost heaps of weight and I was really fit. But now we just it's more like just I go Tuesdays, Fridays mornings.
Do you?
And just
what time's that?
7:30. 7:30.
Oh, is that like a private?
After, yeah, it's just me and Miles.
Oh, okay.
And then I want to start making the 6:30 classes.
Yeah.
Because they do the jiu-jitsu at 6:30 a.m. now on Tuesdays and Fridays as well.
I've trained
there's just murderers there. It's like Taylor Ford and shit. I don't want to get spiked.
Have you ever rolled with her?
Yeah, she beat the fucking shit out of me once. And that was the first time I got in my car. I remember me and Taylor rolled. And I remember this was years ago. And I'd had no idea who she was. And I didn't even take her down. I kind of tripped her. And she landed funny, and I think I don't know if she heard it. I don't even know if she remembers this, but I remember it vividly.
Yeah.
I took her down with no coordination. It was just an accident, and it must have hurt her in some way because it was awkward.
Yeah.
And she got so she must have just got triggered because she beat the fucking shit out of me to the point I got in my car and I was like. What? I wanted to cry. No, I wanted to cry. I was like, I've never experienced that, and it's so scary. It was fuck, she could have just killed me.
Yeah, right. Fuck. I remember when I rolled with her once, she does that wrestling stance.
Yeah, it's fucked.
And it puts you off. Yeah. And then even when you go to slap hands, it's normally a slap and a punch. But she shakes your hand, and it's oh, she's about to grab my arm. So you fucking freak out, and you just obviously you know who she is and all that. So you I'm yeah, I'm a fucking bloke. I'll outpower her. And I blinked, and she was under me, picked me up, and slammed me to the ground.
She's so strong. I can't wait I'm going to get her back on again. I want to get her on an off season so we can have a couple drinks and have a chat because she's always fucking working. She comes past the shop every now and then. She'll get some food and we'll sit out the back and we'll chat.
Yeah.
And she actually brought in her Commonwealth Games medal.
Oh, yeah.
For me to see the other day. And she just doesn't fucking rest ever.
Yeah. I don't know how she does it. fucking like
Animal.
competing and like training all those like early mornings and at night.
And then she teaches kids classes.
Yeah. Fucking good on her. I couldn't do it. Another one that's a female that fucking, when I first started, was Nora.
Nora's the girl that Taylor had a match with at M16.
Like, I think she's German.
Yes.
Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure
I don't know if she's German, but like I know the girl.
Yeah. She's a fucking beast
animal,
as well. I remember rolling with her, and I had no idea who she was. She was sweet, nice, like nice girl and all that. And then she just like got my back, body triangles, then just chokes me out. Like, I didn't go to sleep, but I was like, what the fuck? This is a girl. I shouldn't be losing to a girl. This is when I was like real fresh to jiu-jitsu, so I was like, you don't really think of those things. I remember going home to my missus and I was like, this chick
just fucks me up.
The fucking shit out of me. Do you know what she goes? Good. Now you know that girls can fucking beat you up.
It doesn't matter, especially with jiu-jitsu. Like, that's one thing that's one reason I don't train jiu-jitsu. It's because, like, you have to, it's a very consistent art.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be consistent or you lose it. Striking's one of those things, when you start striking, you can spar with someone that's been doing it a bit longer and you can hit them.
Yeah.
And you get that, like, gratification, like, you get it straight away. With jiu-jitsu, you don't get that fucking first tap for so long.
Oh,
for a long time. So long.
Yeah. Yeah, it was... I remember I was always like that. When I'd come home, I'd be like, fuck, I still haven't tapped anyone.
But then you get it.
And then you get your first one and it's like, fuck, this is sick. And I still remember the first person I tapped. And I'm going to fucking say it because I love the bloke. But do you know Ben Hatcher? Owns Fork Tree Brewing.
Oh, yes. Yes, we went there for the M16 fucking birthday.
Yeah. It was First Nations training. It was like one of the first sort of weeks we were doing it. And I don't even know what the fuck got him in. It was like some spastic fucking thing. It probably wasn't anything. But his like hands were like caught up. And I was like, I'm probably not doing anything here. And then I heard him like squirming. And then I let go. And I was like, are you alright? And he just like, like eyes wide open. And I was like, fuck, are you alright? I felt so fucking bad. And he's like, fuck, I think I almost went out. And then Adam was like, did you almost go out again? Because apparently a couple of weeks...
Have you been out yet?
Nah, I haven't. I've been very close.
Dude, it's kind of good.
Is it? Oh, actually, I seen your video on the podcast.
I've never, ever been choked out. Originally, it was going to be Craig that choked me out. But he got sick.
That would have been nice.
I honestly think it was just out of fear he didn't want to do it. Because when I woke up, I might have like just beaten him up, you know?
Definitely.
But fucking... But... So me and Adam, like, before the podcast, I don't smoke heaps of weed anymore. But before, I'm at fucking Adam's house, and he's like, "You want a cone?"
Yeah, I seen it was like, in that shed. Hey.
Yeah, I was like, "I'll have a cone before we do it." So I had a cone. We're doing it, and he's like, "Oh, this Jeremy Skinner's gonna do it. He's in for the 80cc trials or whatever. He's down." And so he was staying with Adam, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what this bloke looks like. Walks in the garage. At the end of the podcast, Adam's messaging him. He's like, "You ready to do this shit?" I'm like, "Yeah." Never been choked out before. And I go up to him. I'm like, "Hey, Jeremy, I'm so..." Anyway, he chokes me out. I wake up. Honestly, I thought I kept punching cones. I didn't remember anything that happened. I was like, maybe I kept punching cones and I've just fallen asleep. I honestly thought I fell asleep. That's why when I woke up, I was like, sorry, guys, I thought I got too stoned.
Yeah.
But I thought I just kept punching cones and I'd passed out.
I remember the video, like, oh, sorry, guys, I think I just fell asleep.
And then I fucking introduced myself to that Jeremy bloke again. I was like, "Oh, hey, what's your name?" And he's like, "Mate, we've been through this." But you get the biggest rush. It's so weird. You get like... Have you ever done a nossie?
No.
When you do a nossie, it cuts all of the circulation of your... I think it cuts all of the circulation of your blood to your brain. So you get a massive rush. And it's the exact same feeling. It's like when people fucking strangle themselves while they're wanking and they die. You know that, what's that? The asphyxiation?
Yeah.
It's like that. Like, you get you get a massive rush. And it's good. I highly recommend it.
Well, I'm not going to try and get myself checked out.
You got a big fucking neck. Someone would really have to want to choke you out.
Everyone fucking chokes me. I get bashed every time I'm at training. I'm always getting bashed.
Are you rolling in? Which room do you roll in, though? You roll in the...
I'm doing fundamentals. Which is like the new guys, the white belts.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's been good though. Like, there's been a few people come in and out of the training as well.
Do you watch much, like, MMA?
I used to fucking froth it, but I haven't watched, like, anything in so long. Like, not so long, but a little bit here and there I watch.
Johnny Wayne's is coming back in December.
Who? John
Jones.
I thought you said Johnny Wayne.
Nah, Johnny Bones.
Oh, Bones. Yeah.
He's coming back December 11th. I don't know. Allegedly, it's going to be Stipe, but it's a toss-up between Stipe and Ngannou. I personally think he should just fight Ngannou straight away.
You reckon he'll win that?
Oh, I reckon he's going to beat the shit out of everyone. Yeah. He's so good. He's just so good.
What was the first UFC you ever watched?
The first one I ever got really, really into... Fuck. The first fight that really, really turned me into like a hardcore fanatic was, I think it was, I can't even remember what the number was, 182. Robbie Lawler and Rory McDonald 2.
Oh, yeah.
I watched that full card, but I've seen...
Is that the stare down one?
Yeah, that was when they were going fucking hard. Yeah. But that was the first card I watched, like, through and through, and that made me a diet. But I've always been a fan. Like, I've always watched, but I haven't been, like, now I'm in deep with it. Like, I know their background stories. I know everything about it. Like, that's the only sport I watch, though.
Yeah, okay. I used to be so obsessed. Like, I remember The Ultimate Fighter, the one that Nate Diaz was on.
Yeah, right.
I remember watching that. I think that was like the second season or third season or something.
Fuck knows. Fuck, that would have been like the second or third.
Yeah, I remember like watching that. I think it might have even been like the first season.
I never got really into The Ultimate Fighter. I remember I used to watch when Brock Lesnar used to fight and shit, but
yeah, I was never into wrestling and all that sort of shit.
When Brock Lesnar used to fight UFC,
I was never like, I didn't get the hype around him because I was like WWE or whatever the fuck it is. Like,
big motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck that. He is a solid.
I wish they would let people do steroids again.
You reckon? That'd be good?
Fuck yeah. They all do it now. Have you seen Kamaru Usman?
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that cunt looks like that.
I've heard some things about the UFC fighters that
you can get around it.
They get it away.
You can get around it.
The people that are making the money, they're getting around.
You cannot tell me Conor McGregor looks like a fucking baby gorilla.
Do you like Conor?
I love Conor.
I'm the biggest Conor dick.
Do you know what? When I went full bunter in UFC, like in not MMA, but like I've always liked MMA, but when I went full balls deep in UFC was when Conor McGregor was fighting Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even the fight. It was. Do you remember the build up?
Yeah. That fight, like I'll always remember that because it was like I remember I was like the biggest fucking Conor fan.
Do you remember where you were when that knockout happened?
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was at a mate's house down in Ranella, and I remember the week leading up to it. I was so fucking keen for it.
Conor McGregor tormented this poor cunt that much. They were in planes, private UFC planes. Yeah. Conor McGregor went to the fucking cockpit of the plane.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
He was on the walkie-talkie. Jose Aldo, you're a bitch. You're a puta. Yeah, and he was Ontario. He was saying something. He's like, do you know what that means?
Like you're a pussy.
He's like, do you know what that means? It means pussy.
I remember the night before that fight, it was like, you remember when you were a kid and you're waiting for Santa to come?
It was massive.
That's how I felt. I was waking up. I remember I woke up like 3 or 4 times in the night thinking, oh fuck, I'm getting up. I'm going to my mates to watch this fight.
I still get jitters when he fights.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to lose.
Do you remember where you were when he lost to Nate?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
I actually had tears in my eyes.
I was at Bridgie's house.
Well, yeah, I was at the Emu Hotel.
I fucking was at... No. I wasn't at Bridgie's house. I was here. So I used to rent this house to a friend of mine. And we used to come here for UFC events. Yeah. And he lost. And then we went to the Emu after that. And I lost my wallet. And I had $2,000 cash in my wallet.
What, you lost it at the Emu?
Yeah, I lost it at the Emu.
Yeah, right. I would have seen you there then, probably.
And I lost $300 on the fight. And then I lost $2,000 cash.
Fuck. I remember like the build up of it. I was like, nah, Nate's nothing. He's punch drunk. He's
it's easy. Easy money.
Yeah.
And fuck. I remember when
what would Nate have been paying that day?
Fuck knows, like 5-6 to 1 at least. Yeah. At least. When Conor McGregor beat Jose Aldo, I was at the Christie's Beach Tav.
Yeah, right.
And I remember everyone, there was fucking heaps of people there.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on. And he just feigns it, boom, over. Yeah. And I picked up a chair and I was like, fucking woo! And
I'm pretty sure I jumped up off the couch.
Everyone went mental.
How long was that build up? Because there was a big build up and then he got injured.
That was the biggest. It was
like 18 months or something.
That was the biggest promotion the UFC has ever done.
Yeah. And it was over in 13 seconds.
Ever. And it was perfect. But then fucking he did that shit with Floyd. And
yeah. Well, before he done that, he fought...
He fought Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah, Eddie Alvarez. I remember that card was a sick card.
That was a good card.
I remember... I used to do multis on the UFC all the time. And I would never win nothing. And then I was like, I'm not doing multis anymore. And I remember that card, I was like, yeah, this person's going to win. Like, I don't know what it was. Everything on that card was right. I even remember saying Miesha Tate, she'll retire. If she loses this fight, she'll retire. And then she lost that fight and she retired.
She lost that fight to fucking Holly Holm?
Was it Holly Holm? Might have been.
I remember when Holly Holm knocked out Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Fuck, that was huge. That was in Sydney?
Yeah, no, Melbourne at Etihad Stadium.
Fucking...
That was like the main event too, I think.
My worst ever day was when Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather fought.
Yeah. Where'd you watch that?
Bridgie's house.
I went to the Woody for that.
So I had $2,000 and I wanted to spend this money. Yeah. So I put on heaps of bets, but I put on bets for Conor. Like I bet like $1,200 against... No, I bet like $1,000 for Conor on various things.
Yeah.
And I bet $1,000 on Floyd to win by decision. I bet I covered all my bases, so I couldn't lose. Like, if something happened, I would win my money back at least.
Yeah.
And then I was blackout drunk, and as soon as the fight got called off in the 10th round, I lost my shit. And I called up I got banned from Sportsbet that day. I physically called Sportsbet and the customer service line at Bridgie's house, and I was like, I want my money back. And they're like, excuse me, sir? And I was like, you have fucked me for the last time. And they're like, sir, you have to like stop talking. I'm like, nah, you're all fucked. Like, and I was like, I've covered all my bases. Just give me my money back. And I'm just drunk.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're not going to give me my money. And then she's like, sir, we're terminating your fucking account. So I had to make a
fake email address.
I had to make a new fucking email address. And I'm still banned to this day. But yeah, fuck.
I had to stop using Sportsbet when I was saving for a home loan.
It's dangerous, eh? Oh, they check it, don't they, now?
Yeah, they check all that shit, like Afterpay, fucking your Sportsbet, everything. Like,
how does it feel being a homeowner? 30 years of your life.
Fuck, it's alright. It's good. I'm just glad I don't have to worry about inspections and worrying about if I put a hole in a wall accidentally or
sometimes you just want to put a hole in the wall.
Yeah, like I fucking get home from training, got bashed, so I'm like, fuck, that drywall looks like it's looking at me the wrong way.
Piss me off.
So I'll just fucking boot a hole in it.
Yeah.
So I haven't done that though, not yet. But
have you had a house party yet?
No, we've only been there for like 3 weeks.
Do you know why you won't? Because it's your house now.
Oh no, that's what. Wait, my missus Nan was like, I was mucking around because we always have Christmas at hers. I'm like, oh, so Christmas at yours this year? And she was like, no, it's at your house this year.
No, it's not.
I said, get fucked. I'm not cleaning up all you cunts, all your fucking shit.
It's my house.
Because my missus, she's got like fucking 300 siblings. They're all like young as well. Well, not all of them. There's a couple of young ones. There's like the nieces, the nephews. I've got a couple of nephews, just all under the age of like 5, and just cleaning up that shit.
No, you don't want those grotty fucks like just touching everything.
Yeah, and that's what they do. They come to a house
just
and
touch
like,
stuff.
Like our TV's just sitting there. It's just sitting there.
Touch it.
It's not even turned on, and they just feel like, oh, I need to go and touch it. Like, mate, just go at the back.
You know jiu-jitsu now though.
Yeah, I always do jiu-jitsu on my little nephews. I got twin nephews.
Yes, I know that. I've seen that.
Yeah, so they come and watch my like the comp on the weekend actually. So when they got home, they thought they'd do a bit of jiu-jitsu with each other. So yeah.
Who do you reckon would win if they fought to the death?
So there's Caleb and there's Andreas, and definitely Caleb. Caleb's the manly one. Andreas is like. Ooh. He's like a bit of a fairy.
That's alright. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it at all.
He might be fucking... do you know what?
Maybe he might be the killer one day.
He might.
He loves like unicorns and dresses. And,
yeah, see, he's fucking...
Like,
playing 4D chess.
He's either going to like grow up and fucking shoot up a school, or he's going to grow up and fucking beat the fuck out of everyone.
How many... This is a good question for you. How many year 7s... do you think you could beat the fucking shit out of before you got overwhelmed?
Overwhelmed in what way?
Like, they just took over. Like, they're coming at you in waves of 3, 4. Every now and then you get that genetic freak that has a 6-pack in year 7. You know that guy?
Yeah.
You know that guy?
Yeah.
We had that guy at my school.
Yeah,
like, there's that guy. But every night, 5th round, you get a boss kid. But how many waves do you reckon you could last before?
I reckon...
Year 7 weigh about 38 to 40 kilo.
I reckon I could probably go about 16 of them. And then after that, I'd start struggling. And then, I don't know, maybe at like the 20th is probably when it's just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Just do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Stand on me, jump on me.
Where would you go if there was a zombie apocalypse? Because I think about that.
Probably go to Miles' house.
Miles?
Yeah.
Mm.
Say, can I please borrow a pair of your TNs? And I know he'd be wearing some already, so...
I'd go to Adam's house. Just get high. We're all going to die anyway. I'd go to Bunnings.
I swear you get like second-hand high in that shed of his as well. Like, that place, that room just...
Yeah, there's some THC.
I don't know, I'm not a smoker, so
you should be.
I can smell it more or something. I don't know. But
you should be.
Actually, I went into my missus the other day. She's like hell against drugs and all that. She's never done all that shit either.
You found a crack pipe?
No. I go in there while she's fucking straightening her hair or brushing her teeth or something. I was like, I reckon I might fucking take up smoking weed.
Why not?
And she's like, why the fuck would you do that?
Why?
I was like, well, I'm fucking already anxious pretty much every day.
Do you know what? I'm going to say it now. Alcohol is way worse for you than marijuana.
I sort of agree with that. Eh?
It's fucking horrible. When I get on the piss, if I have like, if I keep going tonight, say me and you finish this podcast, we sink all these beers, then we go to my cabinet and start getting some liquor. We will, in like 2 hours, we will be completely different people.
Yeah. That's true.
Marijuana does not do that to you.
Yeah. See, like, I sort of can see when I'm like, need to stop drinking. I can feel it. Like, maybe now I'm a little bit older and mature, maybe. But it's like the
But if you kick on,
Yeah.
you turn into a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
And then it's like the week after you drink, like, anxious, feel like shit, don't eat well, don't feel good.
Yeah. You got that in the morning. What's your first thought? KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dry mouth. Fucking... Yeah, let's go to KFC.
You go to KFC?
Yeah, let's go.
Dude, I was just thinking about some KFC. What's your meal? They took away all the good meals. Oh, we've touched the fucking subject. KFC or Nando's?
KFC. Nando's is shit. I've only had Nando's like twice, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah, maybe I need to venture out a bit more, but KFC, I love my KFC.
What's your little vice?
I used to get the original tenders box.
Mm.
With
you didn't get that All Stars box?
Nah. Original tenders, swap the potato and gravy for chips.
You don't like potato and gravy?
I don't mind it, but I'd rather chips.
Do you know what I fuck with? Just the gravy.
Yeah?
Just gravy.
I'm not a big fan of gravy, eh?
I'm not a slut for gravy, but I'd get on it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. These days, I'm the double tender burger. That is the best.
I don't fuck with the burgers from KFC.
No?
Chicken. Like, if I go to KFC, I want legs. I don't want anything else. Yeah, okay. I just want legs. When I go to the window and I say all the legs, and I come home and they give me that little breast bit that they sell, they try and flog off as a piece of chicken. Yeah. It's like a quail.
It's like a popcorn chicken.
Fucking. But
popcorn chicken's good.
Do you get that extra salt?
No, my missus does though.
Yeah, she's got it figured out.
And when I was like, "You're a fucking goose, why would you do that?" And then when she gets it, I'm like, I should have done that with mine too.
You get that pepper mayo. You like that?
I love the pepper mayo.
What's your sauce?
I see. I'm a bit of a weird cunt here. I'll get the double tender burger, and I'll get an aioli sauce, sweet and sour sauce, and the supercharged sauce.
You turn it into an AB.
Pretty much, and like the pepper mayo, I'll dip it into the aioli. A little dab of the supercharged because I'm not very good when it comes to spicy food. Or spice. And then go the sweet and sour sauce. It's got, AB, pretty much. AB in a burger.
You just figured it out,
so fucking good.
Is that your takeaway of choice? Like, you're gonna... How about this? You're fucking on death row. You've just got done killing all of M16. You've walked in one day and you've had enough.
Yeah.
You have had enough. You've walked into M16, you've looked at him in the eye and you said, "Hey, mate, what's that over there?"
I'll just bring my M16
fucking bang. Dead.
Fuck.
Last meal.
My last meal. It would have to be Guzman or Gomez.
Fuck off, really?
You weren't expecting that, were you?
What the fuck? Why?
Fuck, I feel like I'm embarrassed after this.
What the fuck? No. Is it the top? Do you know what I fuck with?
I love Mexican food.
Do you know what I fuck with from Guzman and Gomez?
What's that?
Have you had the tomatillo sauce? The green sauce? Whoa, oh, bro!
I've been getting the chipotle sauce.
Nah, fuck that. You got to get that green. Sometimes when I'm feeling fucking frisky, I will come home from work. I will order chips on Uber from KFC, and I'll pay the delivery fee just for those. I will order on Uber as well, just a massive tub of that sauce.
Yeah, right.
Just that sauce, the tomato. It's like a green. It's
like guacamole, right?
Nah, it's like a green sauce, but it's just like lime and garlic and shit. But what's your meal from Guzman and Gomez? Your last meal? That's fucking hilarious.
It's so shit and so basic, but it's $3 tacos. It's literally meat, cheese, and lettuce. But we'll go there and we order like 8 $3 tacos, 2 large fries, 2 chipotle sauces, and 3 sour creams. And it costs us like $300, but it's so good.
Fuck.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Nah.
I was just, I had like Guzman Gomez like, I reckon 4 times. Every time I was like, this is fucking shit. Every time I got burritos.
Do you know what? Sometimes it's bomb as fuck. Do you know what's shit? Zambreros.
I don't mind Zambreros, but I think I had it too much at the beginning where now it's just like...
So you're like a dirty boy for Mexican.
I love Mexican.
You're a dirty boy for it.
It's for someone that doesn't really like spicy food. It's always mild. I always have it mild.
You like that coriander.
But, no.
So you like Mexican...
I'm actually a very fussy eater.
You like Mexican food, but you don't like the main component of Mexican food.
Well, does anyone like coriander?
I love it.
Yeah, so you're like one of the 3% in the world that likes it.
One of them ethnics.
Nah, coriander can get fucked.
Really?
But even, like, I don't eat tomato. I won't eat tomato. I'm like the fussiest eater.
Why?
I don't know, I just grew up hell fussy, and my mum used to just like, she'd make separate meals. Like, she'd make everyone else, like, lamb.
What's your worst for, like, what's something that if it's on the plate, you cannot physically bring yourself to eat it?
There's a lot of things.
Really? There's not just one?
Nah, there's a lot of things. I'm so fussy. Like, I'll go to I'll get a Whopper from Hungry Jack's, and I'll say, can I have no pickles, no tomato, and no onion? So it's pretty much just a cheeseburger with lettuce.
You won't get pickles? Nah. What the fuck's your problem with pickles?
No one likes pickles.
Everyone.
You should have to ask for pickles, not ask for them to get taken off. If you want pickles, ask for
it. So you have you tried them since you're an adult, like a grown man?
Nah, and I don't want to. Actually, I have, when the dumb cunts at Macca's forget to take it out, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be sweet. They're not in there, and then I chomp into it.
So pickles, tomato, and onion.
Yeah, they're all gone.
What else? Greens? Do you eat greens?
The lettuce?
No, like spinach. Do you like spinach?
Yeah, spinach.
You fuck with spinach?
Yeah, spinach is alright.
What about a meat? Do you eat seafood?
Nah, no seafood.
No seafood.
No seafood at all. The only meat I really like is beef and chicken. They're like the only two that I really eat. Like bacon, I'll eat.
You don't fuck with pork though.
Not really. Pork and lamb, cannot do lamb. And I think, and this is another fucking controversial one, is the shittest meal that everyone froths over is a Sunday roast.
Do you know, I don't fuck with roast either.
Roast are shit. They're so, like, sick. Sunday's already depressing enough, and then mum whips out a fucking
The Lord died on Sunday, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
Don't know. I wasn't there.
He died.
Probably.
He fucking died.
Fuck. There's nothing worse than...
You're the really fussy... Do you eat schnitzel?
Yeah, chicken snitty.
You fuck with schnitzel, chips and gravy. You don't fuck with
I
gravy.
Do chips and gravy, I'll eat it, but I'd rather chips and tomato sauce.
Do you know what? Now that I look at you, you look like someone that would be a fussy eater.
Yeah, I am.
You do. Yeah. You look like someone that wants to speak to the waiter because they...
legit, that's me. And my missus will be like, just take it off. I'm like, no, they can fucking make it again. I'm not fucking eating that shit. But, nah. It's not. It's actually... It was horrible growing up, being a fussy eater. Like, I'd have, like, sleepovers at my friends, and I'd be like,
they're cooking
their parents
fucking making food.
Yeah, it'd be like fucking carbonara or something. Like,
see, it's the opposite for me because I grew up growing up very, very ethnic and very, because my parents I'm first generation Australian.
Yeah.
My parents were born overseas and they moved here.
Yeah.
So when I grew up with all this flavour and all this weird. We used to eat snails. We used to eat fucking all this weird shit, and I used to think it was normal. And then I'd go to my Australian friends' houses. And we'd eat this food.
It'd be like fucking bangers and mash.
No, I remember one school camp. I snuck lemon and salt into my bag.
Yeah.
My mum packed them for me because I couldn't physically eat the food because it had no flavour. So I'd look around and I'd be like, fuck, I hope no one sees me. And I remember we went on camp to Mylor once and my mates were all eating and I just pulled out this bag of lemon and salt and all these spices. And I'm just fucking with all my food. Yeah, because I couldn't eat it because I just wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
But then you grow up, it's like opposite.
Yeah. It's crazy, eh?
Are you a salty boy?
Not really.
Like, you could have food with no salt?
Yeah, I don't really ever put salt on anything. The only thing I really put salt and pepper on would be like a bacon and egg sandwich or something. And that's pretty much it. Like, obviously...
Barbecue or tomato sauce?
Tomato. The only time I eat barbecue sauce is if I have an AB.
Yeah, you fuck with that.
Yeah.
Garlic doesn't bother you?
No, I love garlic sauce.
You like garlic?
Love
garlic in general?
Yeah. Yeah, I like garlic.
Mm.
I think I like it out of spite to piss my missus off, to have bad breath.
Yeah, so you don't have to make out.
Yeah.
You get there.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah.
You own a house now.
That's it. Good luck leaving me now.
It's half yours.
That's it.
But fussy eater. I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine.
It's horrible.
I'll eat anything.
Yeah. I wish I could do that.
But if it all went to shit, if everything went to shit, what would you do?
Fuck. Just have to eat it. I'd have to, like, block my nose or something.
Kangaroo?
I actually don't mind kangaroo.
Mm.
It's like pretty tough to eat though. Like it's chewy.
Yeah, you have to eat it. You have to eat it properly.
The Christie's pub actually does a pretty good one.
Everyone says that.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's like a thing.
Yeah. It's pretty good there.
Christie's pub food's nice. What's your best pub in Adelaide?
Fuck. Like to eat?
To go to.
Fuck. I don't know. Probably, I don't really go to pubs these days, but probably the Emu was where I always used to go.
Really? I'm never an Emu boy, eh?
I used to go there on Thursdays for karaoke, watch karaoke.
Yeah, Tom was telling me about that, because Dundas likes to go and do karaoke.
Yeah. But I used to go to the Moseley a lot, but before it was the Moseley, it was the Dublin.
Dublin was good.
We used to go there all the time on like a Sunday and just day drink.
Dublin was good.
I need to piss again.
You need to piss again?
Yeah, I need to piss.
No way.
Can we have a quick break?
Yeah.
Flick of the wrist.
Alright, we're back. The third time. So basically, we've gone on some tangents.
A few of them.
I've got to spend time with a good mate. At the end of the day, this is what the podcast is about. Yeah. It's just talking to people. I had no idea about... I still don't have a good grasp on mental health. I still don't have it. I don't have a grasp on eating habits of yours. But I've learnt a lot.
I don't have a fucking grasp on how I eat.
But I've learnt a lot.
Yeah.
Fuck. And we've gotten a bit pissed.
Yeah, we have, eh?
Yeah, it's good.
It's been good. I hope people that listen that might know me or know of me can...
Is there anything you want to say to anyone directly that's going to watch this?
Oh, we all know there's one person.
Come on.
Mr. Adam Jones.
Come on. I want you to look into the camera and just say...
No, because whatever I say, I'll get bashed.
I just want you to look into this camera right now and just say just what you feel.
Fuck, Adam Jones.
He's going to get old one day. And you're going to be able to get him.
I say that to him. I was like, fuck, you wait.
What is he, 47? He's 40.
I think he's 49.
He's 49.
49, yeah.
His nephew has taken over the family.
His nephew?
In Newark. His nephew has taken over the family, and it's a power struggle.
It is, eh? He loves his powers. But
I just want you to look in that camera and just tell him what you feel.
Well, I've told him this before, but in 10 years, when I get good at Jiujitsu, I'm going to Ezekiel you.
You're going to Ezekiel him?
I love my Ezekiels, and I will put him to sleep one day with it.
Put him to sleep. Will he tap or will you ignore it?
If he taps, I'm not letting go.
You ignore it?
Yeah, I didn't feel it.
Yeah, right.
Because he's a bastard, and he deserves it. And I'm doing it for everyone that has ever suffered through his pain. And the future people that are going to deal with his pain.
Yeah.
So, that's to you, Adam.
It's been a pleasure.
Has been.
I want you to do well with your podcast. I want you to keep your podcast going.
I know, I need to
We were talking about it before. I feel like you've lost your passion.
I haven't lost my passion for it. It's just...
I'm telling you, do you know what I think you should personally do? I think you should use it as a journal.
As a dear diary.
Dear diary, mood apathetic.
Yeah.
I'm feeling bad.
I just want people to be able to listen, and people that feel like they can't, like they feel like they have always grown up with like, oh no, you can't talk about it. You got to hide it. You got to be tough. You got to be this and that.
Well, you don't.
And I don't want that.
You don't have to be tough.
The thing that made me actually really want to start this was, obviously, I've lost a few friends by suicide, which is never easy. Then it's like friends of friends losing more people that I don't know, but it still affects me. I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing my friends have to deal with, losing someone to suicide.
I've lost one when I was growing up. Probably not one of, but my best mate from suicide. But it sucks. So you can talk.
Yeah, that's it. I just want people to be able to talk. Like, the thing that really put the cherry on the cake was just, like, I had an uncle not that long ago. He passed by suicide, and he was 60 years old.
Fuck.
And I was just like, I only seen him like a couple of months beforehand. He seemed happy and
rough,
having beers with the family, all the rest, and then that happens.
That's fucking rough.
Imagine, I just think, like, what's gone through his mind, like.
You never know though. You just never know that there's so much trauma involved. Like, you just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Yeah. It's tough. I just want people to talk and people to reach out to me if they want to have a chat with me. Like, I'm not going to sit here and fucking try and be a doctor and be an expert.
Follow Luke on all social. If you haven't listened to his podcast, it is very good. And I gave you the mics.
So, yeah, you did. Yeah,
so
I appreciate that.
So you could fucking have on some guests and stuff.
Yeah.
But just if you haven't, all your socials? Is it the same as the podcast name? What's the?
There's Instagram, the Black Dog Kennel podcast, on Facebook and Instagram, and then just my personal one, just Luke Helpsy.
I reckon you should keep going, man. It's been amazing talking to you.
Thanks, bro.
We're gonna kick on and get pissed. I'll see you at the bottom.
Yep. Oh, fucking oath I will. I felt like a quarter of a beer.
That's alright.
Whole beer.
Thank you.
Tough.
And we're off.